Good afternoon, Ngozi Talk Shows family. It's Nomsa here at Ngozi Talk Shows. Find your own voice, late from within. With me today, I'm with Claudia Passa. How are you, Claudia?
Hello, everyone. Hello, Nomsa. I'm very well, thank you. How are you, Nomsa?
I am good, thank you.
Yeah, yes.
Yes, it's a sunny day today, so we're all good.
Mm,
We're all good, all good.
yes.
Designing a life. So the topic today is designing a life you love, practical steps for lasting change. So what does it truly mean to live a life you love? For many, the idea feels distant, sometimes reserved for the luck or exceptionally gifted. But the truth is creating a fulfilling purpose driven life isn't about luck, it's about intention, clarity, and consistent action. Claudia, you chose this topic. Would you mind sharing with our audience what was the motivation behind it, please?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, don't we all want, just like all the same, to be happy, to be abundant, and to feel good as well about ourselves, our lives as well, and the way as well we live our lives. The way is that sometimes we might not have enough information or the right tool or tips on how we can do this in some parts or some areas in our lives. I'm sure we all know by now, because certain things come with life experience as well, that we know how to be with something that comes up in life because it's been a previous experience as well for us. So we know how to be with it and how to see it and to cope with it as well. But obviously, there will always be parts and situations coming up and areas as well in our life where we could actually as well just like tweak a bit so that we can feel better here about this area and about us as well. Because the thing is as well, we will never feel 100% in all areas of our lives, because when we strive for perfection in one area, is basically as well we are being stretched in this area, and then we come up with more desires or goals what we would like to achieve. So there will never be basically a finish line, yeah, because we will always have things and ideas coming up in regards to how we want to live our lives.
I love that, Claudia, when you say there is no finish line regarding how we want our lives to actually look like. I think it's important to actually just keep pushing ourselves and keep getting uncomfortable. As long as you can clarify your core values, like what Claudia says, why values are your internal compass, reflect on what matters most in life. Some people say freedom matters most. Some people, to them, is family. Some people is creativity. Some people is honest. The list goes on. So you just have to really look at what matters the most into your life, and then you look at that area. And also, I like it, Claudia, when you say we are never fulfilled. And also, I think the gratitude, using gratitude and just keep pushing and keep going, finding that. Uh, just because, like, when we say, like, how do we want our 5 years to look like? Uh, it's never ending. It's a lane that is a straight path lane where you have to keep growing, you have to keep developing yourself. You are going to keep wanting to get to be better. Yeah.
I mean, it's part of us as well, of our human being, that we always strive, for more and better and so on. So this is just like as well part of our nature. So this is actually as well the thing why there won't be actually a finish line or end line, you know, to the things. So things will always be coming as well, you know, but if we have the right tools, then actually as well we can increase the quality as well and how we live our lives. And you said already gratitude. I crossed it out already on my paper here as well, because obviously as like in so many topics as well, we talk about gratitude and how important it is, you know, like to incorporate as well this new habit and to train it as well, if you don't already have this practice, to understand how you are being grateful for your things. So just like to bring this as a new habit into your life, just like to think of 2-3 things, you know, you can do it in the morning when you're still in bed, or with your morning coffee or tea. Just like a few things you're grateful for in your life or have been, the people, whatever it is. And it can as well just be the good night's sleep you just had, or the cozy bed, the shower, and so on, or the coffee, you know. Yes, just like it doesn't have to be big major things, but the thing is that you train as well your brain to see the things where you feel grateful for. And if you can top this up as well a bit, then if you can really feel it in your body, this would be even better. Okay, not just okay, I'm grateful for, you know, the morning coffee I'm just having. No, just like really feel it in your body, you know, like in your cells and so on. So this is really, really good and an advanced tip as well. Because the thing is as well, when we are grateful and we just like we have quite lots of this grateful energy inside of us, this is as well how we raise our frequency in regards to every emotion which we are living has a certain frequency, and some emotions are very low, such as shame and fear and guilt and doubt, you know. You can already tell these emotions compared to feeling compassion or grateful and excited and joy. You just know which ones are on the higher scale, and feeling grateful is definitely as well one on the higher scale, because in regards to the law of focus, which is out there in our universe, which says whatever you focus on, you get more of. So if you understand how this works, you'll be smart as well, and you will focus more on the things you are grateful for instead of the things you are feeling ashamed or fearful and so on. So just like, so just understand how to get even more things to be grateful for by focusing on already the few things you pick up in your life. So what's your gratitude practice, Nomsa? In the morning, or as you go along with your day, evening, or you're silent? Still silent. Still silent.
I'm trying to unmute myself and my mouse is just stuck. In the morning, for me, I do everything in the morning. I have my prayer life, my time. When I have my prayer time, this is where then you have to ask the Holy Spirit to actually, I have to write, I used to write things down, but now I talk them out. I say it out loud, the things that I want, I would like God to actually help me with it, and the things that I'm ever so grateful. But my gratitude is all day long. I'm always grateful all day, like every hour, I've got to say out loud the things that I am grateful of. And I find that when I do that, even when I am faced with the challenges, it's not really, to me, there'll be challenges, but to me, I don't feel them like challenges. because God is able to actually help me to understand that it's part of life. There's part of me that need to understand that things will not always gonna go smooth in my life. So yeah. And also the other thing is like personal vision statement is really, really important, because the vision gives us direction. So I always have this thing where I will imagine my life after 5 years or 10 years, how from now, how things will look like then. But I don't go and live there. Some people go and live there. I don't. What I will be doing then, who am I with? I always write down like in a present tense. And also I ask God to actually really, really guide me through it. But what I have noticed is at this moment, I think I can't say I just want, I have this fixed mindset where my life is going to be in 5 years' time, because my mind, things changes. I'm growing every day with my consecration. When I'm fasting, I'm like, things changes every day. So I'm so excited how in 500, I've got 500 days left, how my life is going to look like then. It's also scary. There's this fear within me that I might be asking something that I may not handle. I've watched my friend for the past weeks. She's been asking for blessings. And her husband got this big contract, which she does not need to work anymore. And they are comfortable and stuff. And she was like, it feels different, Nomsa. It's like, what am I going to do? I was like, you have a business, dude. She's like, it feels different. You know, when you pray for something, you don't actually pray for the strength when you actually receive it. So yeah. So what happens with you, Claudia, when you actually like imagine this, how your 5 years would look like? Does it scare you that if it comes to pass, am I gonna get excited, or how does it look? How does it feel?
Okay, a bit feeling scared, a bit anxious about. It's kind of normal, isn't it, Nomsa? Okay, because this always comes up when we just step into something unknown, or when we just don't know how things are going to look like yet. And probably as well, these things are going to be new to us. And obviously, then we do feel a bit like scared or anxious, nervous around. But actually, this is a good type of fear. It is just like showing you that you are stepping into something new, into something unknown. And that's all it is about. So actually, yeah, that's fine. But for me, the future as well, the thing is, as well, as you said, we are changing all the time. And me today, me here, and me in 5 years' time, it will be a different, actually, I think a different person, Main things will be just like expanding, and I will have gone through certain circumstances, situations, and then you just learn and grow and grow. The same is for us when we look back. Us 5 years ago, we were different people as well, So I think it is just good to understand that if you can trust that you are going in the right direction, that you're being guided by the universe or by God. If you have this inner sense of being and feeling and the trust, then it's fine, because I believe as well, we are being guided and prepared to go where we are supposed to go, like by meeting certain people, going through circumstances to show us something about us, about life, learning the new skills. And then we continue to go to the next step and to the next step, which will bring us to the future. So this is how I see life now. So no, I'm not really... I'm actually excited, if you know what I mean, because I trust as well that we are being prepared in the end as well for our purpose, the main purpose, which I don't know, if I look around as well, a lot of the times we reach the main purpose when we have had a few years already here, because then as well we develop the skills and the life experience, to be able as well to do our, our big life's purpose. Yeah.
Yeah, stepping into the unknown. I like it when you say stepping into the unknown. Sometimes it can be, it can bring fear, but me, I like challenge. For the past, for the past few weeks, I've seen how my life has been unfolding. But then, when your life is unfolding, so I'm realizing that I'm stepping into a different path now, second level of my life. And my life is being challenged. And I was like, I'm actually ready for that challenge, whatever that challenge might be. So I don't know, for someone who might be watching right now, you might have to rewrite your life, rewrite your story, or you might have to manifest for something. Claudia likes to manifest, by the way. So you might be like different things that you want to changes in your life, how you want to design it. For me, it's like I looked at my life, I think that was a year ago, and I was like, I'm not happy the way my life is going. So I had to design it. And I was like, I'm a Christian, but I need to have something to show with God. So that's where I began my life of consecration and fasting. And through that journey, designing my life, I have realized that nothing comes easy. Nothing. I could have easily given up through that preparing for my life, but I can look back now and say I've done the right thing. I think that was the best decision that I have done. So I don't know with our audience, guys, what needs changing in your lives, and how do you want to really step out there and make some changes in your life? Because I think, Claudia, I don't know if you agree with me.
Mm-hmm.
The most challenging thing is to take that first steps, right?
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
For lasting changes is that beginning.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. But then as well, we have to understand it, that, it is very often the most challenging thing. But what we can do then as well, at some stage, I did have a client and she wanted to lose weight and she wanted back again to start going to the gym, but she was so afraid to go back to the gym to do this very first step. So we agreed for her to start something partial first. So we agreed for her to drive to the gym and to spend some time on the car park, and she did this a couple of weeks. She didn't go to the gym. Yeah.
Yep.
Just drove there, parked the car, spent time on the car park, Obviously, she had all the stuff coming up as well in regards to the fears, the limitations, and so on. But that was it for a few weeks. And then she drove off until one day she was ready to step out of the car and to enter the gym. Okay. So if it's a situation as well like this, just find a middle way. where you can actually still do the first step, but you decide how it feels comfortable for you. Because in the end as well, this is an action-based world we live in. So in order for us to want or to achieve something, we have to put ourselves, the human being, the body, into action. Yeah. This is important. We can't just sit at home on the couch and wait for the soulmate to fall down from the sky. It doesn't work.
Fall down the sky. God will bring my soulmate.
Exactly, it doesn't work like this. You know, it's just like we have to, you know, like put action into our desires as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking to one of the girls a few days ago, and we were chatting, and she was telling me where she works and stuff. So I said to her, why are you single if you're working in a place like hotels and stuff? And she was like, but I'm always wearing my uniform. I'm always this. I was like, no, it's just about chatting to people. Because I used to, you know, like you have to, when I did my the first time when I did my personal development, the first thing that I did, it was to challenge myself to learn to speak to people, to say hello to everyone and things like that. I remember even when I was in Africa, I used to like, I'll be like talking to people and talking to like having a laugh. And I remember once I had a big problem there. There was something that was missing that cost like 60, I think it was 65 million. And I chatted to this guy who had laughed, and this guy, everyone thought he had died. That's why this thing went missing, but he had survived. So now they're calling me now to actually asking me where this thing went because it was me who looked it up. And then this guy says, because Nomsa. So he is us giving us hugs. And then everyone is goes, what the heck is going on? He goes, I remember her. We were laughing and chatting. I was dying, but we were laughing and chatting and stuff. And it was like, yeah. So we were like, he was coming from the UK as well. So it was that moment. That's when everyone went, we have, because they wanted to prosecute me, to think that I took it, and then they all realized that they were wrong, and then they just let me go. They just said the insurance is going to pay, because we were laughing, we spent time chatting, and he was telling me all about his story and stuff. So I think like when you talk about designing your life, looking for love and stuff, your attitude, your character, because you may find love at the bus stop. You may find love at the train station. Your attitude completely has to be ready. So like the way, like you have to be someone who socialize, communicate. And these are the one thing that does. That's why people don't understand why I love this so much. With the first time when I met him, when we were designing my business and stuff, he said, Nomsa, you got to learn, you are a CEO, you're gonna have to learn to go introduce yourself to people and go and have a chat. And actually, when he was saying that, if to me, it felt, I was so scared. And I was like, are you serious? I was like, yeah. But then when I started going to business event and talking to people, I realized actually it's easy. I don't know about you, Claudia.
But yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you. Like, let's say, because when we are designing life, there might be someone now who might be designing life for maybe they look at their love life and they're like, I need to find someone special, or maybe they want to make some changes, or they want to get promotion. and they have this fear within them, what advice would you give them? For me, it's like get on with it.
Yes, yeah, I've got something actually as well.
Yeah.
Self-image and self-love are like very important keys in regards to have a good picture about ourselves and about the self-love as well we live in regards to getting the things we want in life, yeah. So this tip I would love to give, like the self-image is basically how you see yourself. What type of stories are you telling yourself in regards to why you can't have this or why you can have this, Self-image and self-love too is like making yourself a priority so that you can, fill up your cup and be with you, that you understand you go out afterwards with, like a full cup and replenished, and then you can even give better to the others, to the community, to the partner, to the kids, and so on, Because the thing is as well, if we are low of self-love and have a low self-image of ourselves, what do you think we are going to attract in regards to the promotion of the ideal soulmate and so on, or the money we would like to earn, Yeah. I think it already says it, So this is why it's important as well to have a healthy self-image about yourself, Yeah. Why you deserve the promotion, or why you deserve as well, like your most compatible soulmate after all the, just like the losers you've been dating in the past as well. But this comes with high self-image and high self-love, because then you will get, as life is a mirror and it reflects you always back what you still have to change and to tweak and so on. So when you have accordingly a high self-image and high self-love about you, then you get as well, like the great reflection outside in life, as in soulmates and promotions, and money and so on, health as well. Does it make sense, Nomsa? Yeah. These are like really important, that we find some tools or someone, a coach, a therapist to work with, so that they can really show us how to see us, yeah, the way God or the universe sees us, yeah.
Yeah, it's really important. I like it when you talk about self-image, because the self-image is really, really, really important. I'm a person who don't follow the crowd. I've always been like that, and I find that my family struggle with me, because I'm somebody, if I need to do something, I get on with it. But then you see some families, when they want to do something, they want to do something, they want to involve everybody. For me, it's like I have to understand who I am first and what God wants for me. And as long God says we're good to go, I create my own image, I just do what I have to do, and just leave. Keep on with good work. Great. Yeah, thank you, Kizito. Thank you. Yeah, so it's really, really important to create your own image, and character is what is important, is it?
Character, yeah.
Yeah, character is really, really important. Self-love as well. Because I hear people when they are preaching, they say, self-love is not important because God, for me, what I understand is, if I love myself enough and tell myself that I accept me for who I am, that self-acceptance is the one that is able to love God. Because if if I say I love God, but I don't love me, I don't love and there is no way that I will be able to love God enough if I don't understand the meaning of love, what it means. And if I don't ask God to teach me how to love properly. And because when God loves, He teaches you how to love properly. The first thing He teaches you is to love yourself. And then when you love yourself, you are able to share that love with somebody else. But people say when you love God, that's enough, and then you love everybody else, that's enough. But what about me? For me, the way I understand, because the reality is, it has been my experience when I couldn't understand what love is, what I did was to please others instead of loving them. I did it in a way that I was pleasing, hurting myself. And now that I love myself, I'm able to truly, truly, truly share authentically that love with somebody else. I don't know about you, Claudia.
Yeah. And the thing is as well, when I look at the circumstances or the people, the situations I've been in, and, and they were a bit challenging, yeah, with those individuals. I mean, and then if we all actually look back at those things in our life, we can see actually as well that it always comes back to self-love, How are you being with yourself when you're being cheated on, or when you are being bullied, when you're being lied at, just like all the things, we could end up in situations with people, yeah, and they're doing things to us which are challenging. It always comes back to self-love, How are we being with ourselves? Are we beating ourselves up, about it? Yeah. It's just really, really always comes back to self-love. And we get those people as well coming into our life to teach us self-love as well. If we can as well understand this and see how things work, then yeah, it's just like it would be easier. Nomsa, one thing as well that is very important in life too, to improve our quality, is for me as well what I had to learn, and everyone else included too, is boundaries, how to have the boundaries with the people in your life, including, the family, the partner, the children, the clients, like anyone, yeah, yeah. How are you having the boundaries with those people as well to show them that you actually protect your time and your energy, So this is, this is as well another thing that goes as well to being beneficial as well for the way we live our lives, healthy boundaries, Sometimes we feel a bit scared or something, Oh, I can't set the boundaries because they might not like it, or they might unfriend us, all the stories again we have running around, in the mind. Okay, but the thing is as well, if we don't do certain things, if we are still apologetic about it, those people will always not respect our boundaries until we do. Okay, so you can come up with the excuses until you finally actually see nothing's going to change until you stand up for yourself and set the boundaries. And you can set them kindly. It doesn't have to be like that you're arrogant or rude or something to tell this particular person, just like, you can do it nicely and in a loving way as well, because sometimes we are afraid that it might ruin the friendship or the relationship, yeah, if we suddenly, stand up for ourselves.
For me, I agree with you 100%, Claudia. And I also, like when we set boundaries, and then we are afraid of ruining the relationship. I always say to people, where there is fear, there is no fun, there is nothing. So if I have a friend and my friends, like, they say to me, Nonsa, these are my boundaries. These are my principles that I live by. So as someone who love my friend, I got to respect their boundaries. I got to respect them as well. But if they have to fear that if I do this, Nomsa is not going to, like, ruin our friendship, that means that relationship is based on something not authentic. So that's why I always choose my friends very, very, very careful. When I'm with my friends, I actually, I have, like, the friends that I have, I think is the friends that I have known for 20 years or 30 years that I have, that I keep. For me, a friendship has to have a meaning. Any friendship that has not got a meaning, I move away from it, because it has to be authentic. When I'm designing my life, that person becomes a part of my family. They become part of my foundation. So when I'm watering my foundation, I don't want to have fear. It's really, really, really important. It's like, I had this conversation with my children a few days ago, and they were like, Mommy, before you became this, you used to do this, we used to do this. So I was like, why does everyone says it before I became this, became that? So I was explaining to them that for me, nothing has changed. But at that time, when you guys, the time that you remember is the time where I couldn't understand my values. I couldn't understand the principles. What does it mean when you put your principles and you live by them? What does it mean to love God? But at this moment, I'm in a moment where I've came to understand, to design my life the way I want. I'm understanding what does it mean to actually love myself and unapologetic, live by my values, not fearing what people think. Because when you fear what people think, you can't accomplish your goals. Your goals are part of you being authentic. How I dress. I had a meeting the other day. Someone said to me, why do you always dress like this? Why do you always do this? Why do you always do this? And I've realized that actually my life is being tested. So I said, okay, if they don't want me to wear these colors and those colors, and I realized that well, I'm being tested, but I like the way I dress. So, because I'm losing weight like, if I buy like normal material, it does not last me for a few weeks. But leather, it lasts me for like 2 months, like 6 months or 3 months. So that's what I've decided to wear leather, but it's difficult to find the different colors. So sometimes I find red, sometimes I find black. So like, someone was questioning me, why do you like wearing red or black? Or I was like, those are the colors that I can find. I've tried to find the different colors, but I can't. And also different colors, they are in mini skirt. So I like wearing long dresses. So I was like, oh, I can't do that. But then I've realized that, okay, when I came out of that room, I said, these are the principles that this person is their land, their way of life. This is what they want me to do. So I've decided now that for some reason I found a different color. I was like, okay, from now on, I'm just going to wear one color when I'm going to church. I'm just going to wear green.
Green.
Yes,
Okay.
because they have complained about red,
Red and the
they
black.
have complained about black,
Mhm.
so I'm going to wear green. So if they complain about the green, I'm just gonna have to pray for God to. I've now developed this attitude where if I go into someone's place, if they say this is how I want things to be done, I'm not challenging anything. It's their boundaries. It's how they want things to be done. I'm not gonna challenge anything, waste my time because to me it's a waste of time. Um, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to follow the rules until I get to where I need to be. So I'm sharing this with you guys because like when Claudia talks about boundaries, people just complain and stuff. When it comes to love or when it comes to business, if you understand the principles, the boundaries, when you walk into the company or when you get a job into that company and you do your best. And that's why some people get promoted very, very easy to actually to get to where they need to be. And when it comes to love as well, I don't know about you, Claudia. When it comes to love, I think you live in bliss when in peace when you actually follow the principles and just enjoy, not to challenge each other.
Yes, exactly. No, that's the thing as well, joy, This is, yeah, do what you enjoy and do what you love as well, This is
Yeah.
just a simple little tip. But obviously, we will always have things, mundane things like cleaning, I don't like, or doing the taxes. Oh my gosh, like things we don't like, enjoy doing. They will always be part, okay? Yeah, but then as well, find something afterwards during that day, just like do something what you love and what you actually enjoy doing. Just like as well to mix it up, because as well, you know yourself best, you know how, yeah, how you get like, ignited your fire and the joy as well inside of you. And identify as well your values very important. If you have like certain values like community or family, like we all have different values obviously, but identify your values and then live them out as well. Spend more time in your values because this will make you as well automatically more fulfilled and more purposeful as well in your life. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think understanding your values is
Mm.
really, really, really important. For me, people say, I've changed. Someone said to me, you've changed
Mm.
and you're too much. And I was like, how have I changed?
Mm.
And the only thing that for me, what I understand that I feel in my heart, I'm no longer carrying a heavy burden in me.
Mm.
I've let it go what I think that I should be this, I should be that, I should be that, I should be that didn't work, whatever didn't work. I'm kind of a person that says, okay, God, what do you want me to be? Show me who you want me to be. And when God shows me who am I, what's my original? And working through that and designing my life based on my original and at the same time and letting go of this heaviness because people are carrying heaviness in their lives. They are not happy within themselves, miserable. For me, I've just said, you know what? Enough is enough. Let me just be happy for one moment. So I'm no longer saying to people, I'm miserable, I'm this, I'm that, and people don't like it. When you're no longer
Mm.
carrying that heavy burden, people get confused. They like it when you complain, when you do this. But for me, Claudia, it's taken me a very, very long time to understand that life is for joy, for living,
Yes.
not for torturing yourself, because we
Yes.
torture ourselves a lot.
Yeah, we do. Absolutely. It's all self-talk as well, all self-talk.
Yeah.
Please as well be like conscious and what is your self-talk about you with yourself as well. Okay. And please don't, just like try to uplift yourself, be positive with yourself, about yourself. Even when you do mistakes or something, you just don't get it in this very moment. I mean, just like, don't, because again, as I did say, even this as well comes to self-love, yeah. How are you being with yourself, And the thing is as well, just like we all want to live better lives, but sometimes we just don't know how, and we can always only read so much or watch podcasts or YouTube so much as well, but like just, hop on our website as well. And we have several coaches, just like see what their expertise is and just reach out as well, because I invested in coaching and I'm always, and I was always as well in the future and so on. I will always go for another coach depending what area in my life I would like to up level and to improve, And we work with different coaches as well throughout our lives, just like see for yourself. Yeah, just like with whom you resonate as well. And we have our website. What's the website? www.h.
Yeah, dot coach.
Yeah.
HSEIA.coach.
Yeah. .com and then go to coach. Yeah. No?
No .com, .coach. .com is gone. It's muted at the moment.
So it's .coach as in the coach.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, please. Just like, and don't come with the excuses as well, oh, I can't afford it and so on, I've been there too, just like, but in the end as well, this is investing money in yourself as well. You have to change the mindset in regards to this, how you see things, This is an investment in yourself and you can't put a price on it. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really important to actually invest in coaching. I love coaching. I love coaches. I just follow coaches and stuff and just learn. I always say to people, I'm a coach myself, but I follow other coaches as well just to learn and stuff. Relationship coach, I'm a relationship coach. I follow the other relationship coach and see how they do things and stuff. But what I do is I keep my identity authentic. I don't follow anybody's style. I keep my own style. So if you, like Claudia said, if you really need coaching, or please do connect with us. It's really, really important. Never say, I will do this, I will do that next time and stuff. Just go for it. There's never the right time. You just grab the coaching and get some coaching and change your life. It's really, really important. And also we have two groups on Facebook, Unique Billionaire Mindset and Gossip Talk Shows. Please do follow us there. And what else do we do? We have pages. Please do share our videos as well. And yeah, God bless, guys. It's Friday today, and have a good weekend. We'll see you guys on Monday. I don't know on Monday what I'll be talking about. Normally, if I'm on my own, I just talk about love. So I think that will be, yeah. Claudia, what do you want to leave with our audience?
Yeah, just decide today where you get inspired or where you feel called, just like on one thing which you will integrate or to take on as a new thing into your life so that you can improve it. Just one thing today.
Just one thing, yeah.
Just one thing.
Yep. God bless everyone. And See you guys on Monday.
Bye.